Pix 11, your local election headquarters, and we are coming off a primary with an outcome few expected. Queens Assemblyman Zohran Mamdani declaring victory and former Governor Andrew Cuomo conceding before the election even goes through the full ranked choice simulation process. The results won't be official, though, for another week. And this is a political earthquake for the city as the 33-year-old Democratic socialist who's promised free bus service, rent freezes, and municipal grocery stores is now the likely favorite in the November general election. Let's bring in our senior political reporter, Henry Rossoff, to tell us and break it all down for us. Henry.
Well, Candace, few, if anybody, even inside the Mamdani campaign, expected what happened last night. The general consensus that he was closing in on former Governor Andrew Cuomo, and this might be tight, but outright winning the evening, it's sending shockwaves through the city and through the country.
In the words of Nelson Mandela, it always seems impossible until it is done.
Even the man himself, Zohran Mamdani, acknowledged the stunning nature of his apparent victory in New York City's Democratic primary. Mamdani did not hold any public events Wednesday after a torrid campaign that saw him and an army of volunteers seemingly find a way to do everything, everywhere, all at once.
In your mailbox, at your door, on all of the outlets in which you consume your media.
Writer and political strategist Michael Lang says Mamdani achieved that long-promised feat by Democratic politicians of actually turning out young voters. He says when you combine that with former Governor Cuomo rarely holding events and relying on union, party, and mega-donor support, the choice became clear for New York Democrats.
Zohran Mamdani wanted it so badly, and Andrew Cuomo didn't really care. It was like beneath him almost. And people pick up on that.
That is a lot of what we heard from New Yorkers today, even those who did not necessarily vote for Mamdani.
I hope it's going to be good for New York. That I hope.
We need a young blood.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. We need change.
Though we also heard real concerns from some New Yorkers about the Democratic socialist and his record plus aggressive promises.
We are in trouble in New York City, and what's going to happen is people who are going to be affected are going to flee the city.
Polling does show that in November's general election, Mamdani would be the favorite as the Democratic nominee, with a quarter of New Yorkers still undecided. If Cuomo does not run as an independent, there's also a possible path to victory for Republican Curtis Sliwa and Mayor Eric Adams, who is definitely mounting an independent run. So we will see what unfolds in the coming days and weeks for the general election. I can tell you that suburban Democrats in swing district, they are getting nervous about Mamdani. A number of them have released statements painting him as extreme, Candace.
Yeah, and the endorsements are slow for him right now from fellow Democrats, local Democrats. We're waiting for it. Just within the last few moments, President Trump weighing in on the primary results. What did he have to say?
Yeah, I mean, I could only best describe this as him dunking on Democrats and something of a rant on his Truth Social platform. But Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, for example, being more cautious. They say they'll meet with Mr. Mamdani, but not totally going all in for him just yet.
Yeah, in the meantime, the entire country is kind of keeping a close eye on this primary. There are many political analysts saying that it could be a bellwether for the future direction as well of the country.
And the New Jersey governor's race, but those will be two very different contests.
All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it.
Yep.
Henry. And Mamdani's victory, as you can see there, early voting numbers show much of Assemblyman Mamdani's support came from younger and first-time voters. Many members of the party establishment suggest that he is too progressive to win a general election. Now, the professor of government at Fairleigh Dickinson University, Dan Cassino, joined us to discuss how Mamdani mobilized the youth vote.
New media matters. Voters today, especially young voters, want to have kind of a parasocial relationship with the candidates. They want to feel like they know who the candidate is, the same way they know influencers on Instagram or wherever. And Mamdani was able to deliver that. And again, that's something that is organic. It's something that's hard to teach, and it's something honestly the older people in the Democratic Party are going to have to learn from their younger counterparts.
Well, party leaders, Senator Chuck Schumer and Representative leader Hakeem Jeffries have congratulated Mamdani on the win. However, they stopped short of endorsing him. At least for now, they say they will meet with him shortly.